Hello, good evening, and welcome. Sky Cannon 1972, good to see you. How are you? You okay, Heather? Yes, a little early, if only because I usually start the stream a few minutes early because sometimes I need to restart the stream several times just to get, you know, get the what do they call it? Transcoding, that's it, the transcoding. Lopnik, welcome to the stream. Amusionist, hello, welcome to the stream. Call what? Man, your YouTube vid's been a huge help past week. Oh, glad to hear it. That's what they're there for. Yeah. I messed up that Voodoo install. You did? It's not tricky. Not too tricky, really. You're only copying 3 files and then adding the Anarchy Online directory. Well, in theory, anyway. I don't know. It seemed fairly simple when I tried. But then again, I do faff around with things like similar to it all the time. So, yeah. Don't know what happened. It would not load. Probably you need to select the correct adapter after making the change. After you've done the change, let me see if I can... You've also got to tweak the launcher settings. That's probably what's gone wrong there. Bear with me. I'll log the old client and we'll go through it. It won't load. It's probably can't find a GPU. It's probably it. Count BT count court. Oh right, court. Okay. I have to guess half the time because, you know, meme's gonna meme and all that. You still have crashing issues. I'm not 100% stable with it. Right, okay, so let's go through the installation then. So you've downloaded DGVoodoo and you've got as far as, let's say, let's get the display capture. There we go. So you got to here and we start DGVoodoo control panel. Okay, so first thing you need to do is click on add and we're going to go add we're going to go add Anarchy Online. That's my vanilla client is there, so we're going to select that. Anarchy Online Part 2. Best one available, graphics card, like so, display 1, full screen, keep aspect ratio, capture mouse, DirectX. Okay, we want DGVoodoo virtual 3D accelerated card we want, and then maximum VRAM. Then we want application control, full screen windowed state, disable alt enter to toggle screen state. I've got MSAA set to ×4, fast video memory access, and the watermark turned off. I'm going to click apply. Then we want to go to the MS folder, then the 86 folder, and we want to copy D3D8, DLL, D3DLMM, and DDraw. Get those 3, copy. Then we're going to go to the AO folder where they live, and we're just going to paste them in there. It's going to say you've already got them. I'm going to say no problem. Right, we close that and we start the vanilla client. Okay, so we start the vanilla client. Court is now following. Thank you for the follow. Click on settings and then go to rendering device, click on change, and you're going to want to select the correct one. I've got two monitors, so for me it's the bottom one. It might be that one for you, but it will say your graphics card dash DGVoodoo TNL HAL. Click OK. Double check your normal settings here. Click OK. Press play. And I can't copy and paste my password because I've got the files in the buffer. Right, there we go. Log in. Crew Cop. I assume this will be on YouTube later. It will, yeah. I will probably publish this entire stream over to YouTube. I'll upload it the second the stream finishes, but it'll be ready by sort of tomorrow morning. There we go. And 130, 140 frames a second. If we go somewhere quiet, like a shop or something like that. There you go. And I don't know if you can make that out. 200 frames a second. Stood in a shop. Question for OBS only. Let's say me see the game on display capture. Is that because I'm running full screen, not windowed? No, there's more than one way of capturing it. This, when I wanted to show my desktop and files, that was that's what you're looking at now. This is game capture, which I do capture any full screen application, capture cursor, yada yada. And I also have clicked on enable capture third party thing because it'll show FPS and, you know, and whatever else. Like if I now minimize, we're going to start MSI Afterburner just because it'll do that. And then when I start it, there you go. Hopefully, can you read that? Showing 200 frames a second, but it's also saying D3D 11. So it's actually running the old client with DirectX 11. It won't work with the old client all that well. You have to send it specifically to it. But if you run with DGVoodoo, it picks it up. Sometimes it'll take it can take 30 seconds before it grabs it. But usually once it has, it will. If it doesn't do it, make sure you are running the game and OBS in administrator mode. Sometimes that clears it as well. If it used to work and it stops, the thing to fix is delete the game capture from the source. So when you go to your live screen scene, delete the capture, add a new capture, and it should work. Does this, what, the DGVoodoo? It works, inverted commas, on the old on the new engine, but it doesn't make it better. The D3D component for it is fairly new, but it doesn't quite work that well with the old client, with the new client for some reason. It makes things worse as far as AO is concerned, and I've tried every permutation. Savik, welcome to the stream. So yeah, it's a bit sketch, but yeah, the DGVoodoo works, and I think Savik likes it now. We figured out how to get rid of the round shadows, which she didn't like. So now we get the regular, not shadows, light sources. Fong lighting will make them like whatever. But you can see like 150 odd frames a second. It dips while it loads characters in, but for the most part, there you go. Old Athen grid, 120 frames a second. That's double what I get on the new engine. If I go through the procedure, which you should, it directs you as just one single file with the new engine, it actually doesn't, it performs less well than it normally would with Anarchy. I don't know how it works with other games, other D3 DirectX 9 games, but it seems to be worse with Anarchy Online, so who knows? It's all a bit weird. So yeah, there you go. Was that okay, Amusionist? Was that a bit fast, or did you follow that okay? Mergzerk, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I just did the NVIDIA setting you showed. I'm fairly happy with it. The tweaking the new engine 2020. It works pretty nice. That it does help. I saw what I did wrong. Well, that's the main thing then. That's the main thing. Because when you direct it to the AO folder, it creates a configuration file based on what you do with the control panel. So if you've just copied the files without doing anything else, it won't work quite so well. What org am I in? I am in the original, the OG org, Storm. The original guild. Right. But I'm not going to be on this client. I'm going to log back to the shiny new client with grass and shadows and all the other shiny stuff. I know the org beer. I'm not sure they're still going. I don't know. They might be. They might be. I don't know. Now, Mihalik has messaged me and said from 6:10 my time, so 7:10 Savik's time, he's available to go do big raids. My dad was Chi-Chi on in beer back in the day. All right. Okay, so I'm now logging in to the new client. I mean, I have done this whole thing with the new client, but it just, for whatever reason, it's not sure about it. I can tell you that. The new client tends to work better on its own with just the NVIDIA tweaks. It's finally figured out where the engine is. Chi-Chi, I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. I might know him on an alt or something like that, you know. It varies. You're fairly new to the game, playing on and off for 4 years, but haven't went past 60 yet. Yeah, well, a lot of the lobby game is more fun than some of the end game, to be honest. By virtue of the fact of how far you can twink a level 60 versus how far you can twink a level 220. Because there just aren't items to go that high. But yeah, you can have more fun with a level 60 in the temple with a well decked out tomb than most situations, really. It's kind of it's one of the odd things about Anarchy which makes it charming. Right, so I was thinking of revisiting the subway and picking up more stuff, seeing as we've now got what 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So that's a whole 4% more healing efficiency from that armor, but it wasn't enough for that raid. And looking at it, I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of research I haven't done. Like, look at rehabilitation, so stamina, biomet for an extra 25, intelligence, matter met, psychic, that's more nanopool, nano delta. And aggressive surgery is going to give me more perks and specials. Strength, range, obscurely, yeah, nano formula, range, shotgun, heavy weapons, stuff like that. Diagnosis, I would gain more health, more sense, and there's all the trickle down from these: max health, stamina, internship, body dev, pharma tech, body dev again, agility. You know, so this is why I think the tune is a little bit weaker than it should be, is because it's too far behind on research. Like physic in it. This is all more MA stuff in here, but strength, psycho mod, making, you know, an extra 50 in psycho mod makes landing debuffs a lot easier. And martial arts, if only an extra 5% healing efficiency at the very end on Underground Doctor, you know. So there's one to get done. Just that's worth more than these 3 pieces of armor, 4 pieces of armor are worth in terms of healing efficiency. So yeah, there's a lot to get done there. Yeah, research grind. It is. Yeah. I used to run MA, FTM, then went free to play, then went to paid. I haven't played and it locked. So redoing my MA at 18, yeah. Paid MA does have an advantage in the same way that every paid character has an advantage over an unpaid. So what I'm going to do is kill time before Mihalik lands, I think. Because I think doing raids with Mihalik is generally better. We've got DB2 buff running, because somebody said, let's go and get the buff, I need it. So while I was there, I picked up some mollies, so I can make some of the molly armor eventually. Do you think nanopool is worth on an MA? Yeah, definitely. Because your MA skill requires it. You know, when you use an MA attack, it uses some. And also you need it to fill up your nanopool to heal with. So yeah, on MA, definitely. Yeah. Hodor raids the biodome. Yeah, I've not done biodome in ages. Can I get a few mobs for big... I'll go for medium, because I'm a lightweight. Delete that. It's not going there. Yeah, if you're running solo, I would definitely make sure your nano pool is good, so you can keep healing yourself. The only thing you're missing out on really with free-to-play MA is you don't have Zazim form, which doubles your healing ability, but halves your damage. So you can kill everything eventually, but you can out-heal most of the stuff coming at you a lot better. Yeah, limber, and yeah, the acrobat perk line is pretty awesome. Limber and Dance of Fools. A few classes get that. Advi have it, Shade has it, Fixer has it, and MA has it. I think that's all of them. Might not be. There may be more. Game's fairly expensive at $18. Yeah, it's the same price. It's stayed at the same price for 20 years, which is remarkable given how much everything else now costs in relation to how much it cost 20 years ago. You know, a gallon of gas 20 years ago wasn't the same price it is now. Nor was anything else. God, look at house prices. Jeez. You know. I mean, I think I remember if you spent £100 or $100 buying groceries, you had a trolley, virtually everything tipping out over the top. Now $100 on groceries is like, well, that's a week's shopping for a lot of families. You know, if it's a big family, doesn't fill the trolley anymore, and the trolleys haven't gotten bigger. In fact, they've actually gotten smaller. So it feels like you're getting more money's worth than you actually are. Oh, you PR guys. Yes. Yeah, so we're killing a bit of time. I have a mission with nearly no mobs in it. Okay. Used to be 90 cents to a litre. What, 20 years ago? I remember people crying when it was 50 pence a gallon. And when it went to £1 a gallon, they were disgusted. A gallon now is near £10 in the UK. We pay huge amounts of tax on fuel and alcohol. Pay more tax here than any other country, I think, other than Sweden, I think. Or maybe Norway actually pays the most on that kind of stuff. Where the hell are all the mobs in this mission? 35% in Norway. What does one beer cost in Norway? I know it's expensive, but what does it work out to in the dollar? Maybe you'll find someone in there. What, an instant mission? Shouldn't do. Is there any way to improve the odds of getting a spirit from the soul capture, or is it dumb luck? It is RNG, yeah, it's dumb luck. Just do a lot of them. It's, you know... Why am I taking this much damage from this dude? That's ridiculous how hard he hit then. It's Savik. Yes, it is. Anema of the abomination. Anema of pure malevolence. They're always the same. 6-7 per litre of beer. Yeah, that's expensive. They used to. Pubs used to charge £1 a pint. So, like, $1. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm taking damage as though I'm on full ag, you know. It's kind of weird. I'm going to go full ag and then back again, just in case there's some bug. 10. Yeah, the minimum per litre of alcohol for normal beer, let's say, in the UK is about £2. In Wales, it can be less in England. But they decided to increase it in Scotland, in inverted commas, to stop alcoholism. All they did was increase the amount of moonshine by doing that. It didn't improve anybody's quality of life at all. People are buying from backstreet moonshine dealers instead. It's like the Prohibition era. Banning it and making it prohibitively expensive don't work. You know, give people less reason to drink. That's how you stop people drinking too much. You know, if people are drinking because they're miserable, maybe there's something wrong inherently with the society as a whole. I mean, I know corporations need you miserable to make money, otherwise how can they sell you crap you don't need by making you think you need it? You know. In Norway do pre-drinks before going out because it's so expensive. Yeah, exactly. See, it never fixes the problem. All it does is generate government revenue. Because they say they're trying to make people healthier with taxation. You can't. It never works. It never ever works. All that happens is people just drink elsewhere, or they do something else, or they, you know, go out of the system altogether, and you get moonshiners. They put all the fuel up in Ireland, and people just started. Everyone was driving around with farm diesel instead. The whole town. Yeah, state taxes sort of thing. California and New York, yeah. Normally I get taxed $200 on a normal pay. That's not bad. That's a lot less than I used to get. Company. Well, America's a corpocracy though, isn't it? It's run by corporations. Whichever corporation can lobby politicians to change the laws in their favour to achieve whatever they want to achieve, ultimately means that it's the corporations that run the country, not the people. And the corporations want ever-increasing profits, so they just end up bleeding the corporation dry. The country dry. And it's going the same way in Britain now. They're catching out loads of lobbying and stuff that goes on. So, but they're all corrupt. None of them care. None of the people in charge seem to care. What they should do is politicians should have to wear, you know, like in racing, they have all the sponsors like on the race overalls the drivers wear and the mechanics all wear all over them. The politicians should have to pay like 100% tax on those donations and have to have the sponsorship badges all over their nice pretty suits, so people can see whose money they're taking. Yeah, I mean, America's one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have a national health service. Most countries do. That surprised me, actually. I thought, Britain was the exception to the rule, but when they actually check the coverage, it's only like Africa and a few countries within Africa that don't. Little isolated bits of the world, Everywhere else has it, and it's taken at source. So, like for me, like you pay so much in taxes and so much in national insurance. National insurance is like your health, but it's, if I get run over and they have to treat me and do all of this, my premium doesn't go up. My national security stays exactly the same. Yeah, they could, but then the health the people that sell healthcare in the States, those mega $1 trillion turnover companies, wouldn't be able to fleece people anymore and make even more trillions. So they turn around to politicians and say, well, if you put it through, that's it. We're not sponsoring you on your campaign next year. We're going to sponsor the other guy. And that's how a corpocracy works, by the back door. It's not blatant, it's not in your face, but yeah, someone's always pulling the strings, and that's not conspiracy theory. That's like a 4-link paper chain of accountancy. Yeah, it costs $2,000 because you get massively overcharged by the health companies because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. No, they care about dollars. That's all they care about. No, that's the major flaw with capitalism is we live in a finite universe, i.e. the Earth. $80 for an aspirin. An over-the-counter aspirin, $80. What's that? 6,000% profit? 10,000% profit? And you think those guys that are making that kind of money, those corporations are gonna let a free help point of use health service. You can't do it until you get politicians that won't take company money, and there are none. They all do. They're all the same. And if there ever is one, they can't beat the guy who is taking the corporate money because he gets more airtime, more better looking, you know, coverage, etc. Because don't forget, they also own the media. So he's screwed either way, really. There's a cheerful thought for a Thursday. In countries that do have it, there's always at least one party that want to get rid of it. Like in the UK, the current government, they're called the Conservative Party, they want rid of it. They've always been against it. And although they say they support it, they keep selling off bits of it to friends. And by friends, I mean corporations that have given their party lots of money that they then re-embezzle for themselves and go and hide in the Cayman Islands and other places like that. But they don't pay any tax on it. Now, in January 20th, 2020, the European law was coming in that would have forced them to declare the money they've got in offshore accounts and pay tax in their own country of residence on that money. That law was announced in 2015, I think, and by 2016 we were having a referendum on leaving the EU, and the press went mad on blaming, or Murdoch's press at least, went mad on blaming everything and anything on immigration and how we need to leave the EU, and it was patriotic and blah blah blah. What a big load of crap. We always had control over the borders. We could always say no to anyone we didn't want. But, you know, all that money in the Caymans. Yeah, none of them are clean. You know, not really. Because you get the best politicians money can buy. That's how it works. Because they're the ones with the slick slogans and campaigns and, you know, they're the ones that the corporations pay for. So yeah, just politicians in general, I never believe in them. But there you go. I mean, I'm sure some get involved for the right reasons at the beginning. But you're into such mega money and influence at the end of the day. You know. Pretty hard for them to keep their noses clean. Or by association. Yeah. Well, this is it. Not only that, but, you know, the people that have got this kind of money can easily sort of... Remember when you did XYZ in college? Ah, well, we have evidence and witnesses willing to come forward. I never did that in college. Yeah, well, it won't matter once the story breaks, will it? Sign the deal. You know. And that's it. It's a corpocracy. I don't know what the answer is, but, you know. You know, when I was younger, I was quite idealistic, but now I realise, well, I mean, you can be, as an individual, you can be idealistic, but no politician ever is. Yay, finished some research. In other news, there you go. I've now got more physical in it. And then I get martial arts, then I get strength, but then I get psycho mod, martial arts again, but then I get healing efficiency. I'm not down about it, I just, you know, I see it for what it is, that's all. All the flag waving and whatnot is... I don't think human beings are societally developed enough for the size of population we have. That's another part of the problem. We're too successful for our own good. I heard one-hand blunt dock is good. It is if its name is Savick. False pageantry. Yeah, of course. Tribalism. You know, I've never been interested in team sports and such. You know, I see people with this sort of virulent dedication towards it. I get a little bit for sort of Wales, but not enough to actually go and support it and stuff. I don't feel particularly proud in the same way, you know, because it's tribalism, and it's only used to manipulate. Yeah, I remember at school. Oh, what team do you support? Eh? Team? Yeah, you know, what team do you support? I don't know. What team do you support? And, you know, random team. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, but who do you support? I don't like football. What do you mean you don't like football? It's just like, I don't like it. It's boring. It doesn't interest me. I mean, yay! But, you know, if you enjoy it, good for you. I appreciate it's athletic and skillful, but you know, I think the same thing with people idolise it. You know, and the media love that. They love to divide. They love that about everything and anything. And everyone's all too keen to, because they've been brainwashed with tribalism is right their whole lives, you know, and then when they're presented with make a choice, you know, is the dress what was it, purple and black, or is it white and gold? And people having these, you know, angry, emotional, venting, raging conversations about it, and he's like, well, it depends how you set the colour and contrast, really. Why? Yeah, it's a picture that on a cheaper TN panel will look one way, and on a better IPS panel will look another, and anyone into photography could tell you straight away, oh well, yeah, it depends on what the ISO was and blah blah blah. Because look, I can correct it. You know, it's just stupid. People are so preoccupied with that, they're not looking at, you know, it's like the magician's trick, isn't it? You know, one hand, sleight of hand's doing that, misdirections, there's so much of it. It's all shades of grey to me. Joys of not seeing in colour. Exactly. Only a Sith sees things in black and white. In absolutes. Anakin, you were the chosen one. You know my secret. Well, no, I mean, I love it. I love a good card trick, and you know, if I can't figure it out, then I've enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It's like Penn and Teller fool us. You know, when they get fooled, it's like, oh yeah, it's good stuff. Ends lyric, Carl, what are you up to? I am grinding a bit of research before Mahalik turns up, and we can go and have a look at doing something a bit more challenging, like maybe the subway again, but possibly not on my Doctor. Fixer Queen, yes indeed. And Kemero Timorin, welcome to the stream if I read your name correctly, and I probably didn't. I've got nothing against magic per se. I mean, I do find it entertaining. I like it when I can't figure it out. Doesn't mean it's not entertainment. Do you know what? I watched a Nicolas Cage movie the other night, and you know Nicolas Cage, you know, he's always like, what the hell? You know, Why did he go this way with the performance? It's always something interesting though when he does it. And he did a guy could see 2 minutes into the future or something. It's a completely bonkers movie, but it was good. And he was effectively card counting in Vegas when they caught him, but he was never betting big on it. Well, that's it. I mean, I had a magician say to me this same thing. How is it you can play so fluidly without thought anything that comes into your head on the instrument? I practice a lot. And I have practiced a lot. You know, it's as simple as, oh no, more death is after me. I have no idea what percentage I'm on. Probably not 100 though. We can get rid. It's a very low population mission, this. Next. Is that what it was called? Yeah, I liked it. It was weird. Not what you expect, but yeah, ultimately kind of cool. You know, Nicolas Cage, I know he gets memed a lot for overacting, etc., but you know, it's like at least he's trying something different. You know, it's like Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise, but when you watch a Tom Cruise movie, he plays Tom Cruise in it. He plays the one character, and it's always the same character. You know, some actors, they're almost invisible in their role. You know, you never see them in, you know, the actor, or you just see the role they're playing. Some actors are great like that. I don't know where we... Oh, we are 100%. Okay. Well, that was fairly short and painless, wasn't it? All things considered. Oh no, not this way. Hands up if you know which way the mob was. Down here, I think. Yeah, Gary Oldman, he vanishes into the role. You never quite see Gary Oldman. You always see whoever it is Gary Oldman's playing. This has worked out rather nicely for time, I think. Soto Mahoney, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. William Dafoe, yeah. Although he is very good like that, yeah. William Dafoe. He would have made an absolutely amazing Joker, though, wouldn't he? He was miscast as the Goblin. he should have been the Joker in a Batman instead of the Green Goblin in a Spider-Man. I think Christian Bale's pretty good as well. I think he's fairly underrated in a lot of the stuff he's done. I mean, look at the body transformations he's put himself through between the machine. Like, look at him in the Dragon one, whatever it was called, Reign of Fire. That was it. And then he stripped his weight down for The Machinist, in which he looks like, oh my God, he's, you know, like, get him on an IV. He looks like he's about to drop dead. And then like a year after The Machinist, he made the first Batman movie, and he's bulked all the way back up. It's not as cut as he was in Reign of Fire, but he has bulked back up quite a lot. It's pretty impressive. Right, let's go back to Rubicar. And Rob Du Bois, hey Carlos, is it possible to change the cursor? I lose track sometimes in raids. Maybe. This is I'm using Notem Dove GUI Edge, but I've used it for a very long time, and even I lose the cursor as well sometimes. You could change it. I don't know if you can make it bigger or brighter or whatever. But possibly, yeah. It's possible. Yeah, like Savick says there. A better Riddler. Maybe, yeah. William Dafoe. I mean, there's great actors like Christopher Walken, I really like, but, you know, he always has these strange pauses whenever he's talking. I love the guy to bits. He showed up in a movie I wasn't expecting to see him in. 32 by 32 pixels, yeah, but at 1440 South, that's absolutely tiny. I think the mouse cursor was a lot bigger back in the old days. I think you could try turning on mouse ping in Windows. Oh yeah, there is a cursor thing, isn't there? Can I do that? I'm not sure I want to. Might be a good idea though. Might be a good idea. Mouse. Change mouse pointer size. Have a look at that. There you go. So that's what I'm looking at now. I'm going to leave it as it is for Windows, but isn't there additional mouse settings? Can't see pinging it. Additional mouse options. It's going to be one of these. Show location of pointer when I press the control key. Alright. Let's see. Hey, look, it works. So I'm like, where the hell's my mouse? Oh, done. Right, that's staying on. You know when you're like Hodor, 3 million people, and you're like, where's my mouse anyway? Yes, I'm keeping that. That's awesome. There you go. Did you guys catch that? It's in. You have to keep going into additional settings until you get to the old version of the mouse pointer settings. That's actually useful. It is, there you go, Lopnik. It's the simple things in life that create happiness. Now, originally with AO, how best to demonstrate? Oh, I know how I can demonstrate it. We're going to go to an enterprise. Yes, we are, very quickly. Now, I am playing at 2560 by 1440 pixels. That's how 1440p 2K is the size I'm playing at. Now, because the UI does not scale, and in you know, like the writing here is absolutely microscopic at this, which is why Savic very kindly makes big versions of my map. The cursor is really difficult to see, but back in the original days, I can show you this. There you go. There's the original mouse cursor on screen. You see how easy it is to spot there? That's an in-game shot. That's just a play, someone hitting, you know, print screen or using that. The UI's been chopped off, I think, you know, to frame it. But essentially, yeah, it's not much different. If I install NDGUI, my bar will be empty. No, all your hotbars will be exactly the same. Nothing will change. The position of stuff doesn't change. All that happens is the pointless wings vanish. The menus move over here next to the AgDef bar. Your NCU and credits are over here instead of one all the way over there and one all the way over there. I can show you that pretty easily, actually. I have to log out to do it, though. So bear with me a second, and I will show you that. None of your arrangement of your GUI will actually change. It's a skin, really, ND-GUI. I'm going to log out a game, and so you can see what I'm doing. And start the client. I have a how to install guide for this as well. No, you won't. It won't get rid of your prefs. Look, I'll show you. GUI. Okay. Set default. Okay. I'm going to log back in. Is CA relatively accurate? There you go. So here is the vanilla skin and client. And my character. Your prefs are not even in the game folder anymore. It will not affect them. Crimson's Assassins, yeah. So there you go. So the only thing that's different now is I'm using the other skin. So the buttons are over here where they would be, yeah? And those are hidden by this, because I like it like that. But nothing else has changed. See all my hotbars exactly as they were, yeah? I think, yeah, Crimson Assassins, I see them around a lot. And I see them at a lot of raids and things. So yeah, I think they're doing pretty okay. So here we are with the vanilla skin, which is nice. I just hate all this crap in the corners. I mean, you can go in and start messing with it, etc. You can go into the control center, you know, all this. I don't need an XP bar anymore, because I don't get XP anymore. And I can go... don't know where. Show left wing? No. Show right wing? No, don't need. Show right menu, right target control. You know, all that. You can leave all of that, okay? Like so. And what we'll do, I'm going to move that from there to there, okay? You see that? I moved it from there to there. I'm going to exit. When I exit, that will save in my prefs folder, which is in my app data, not in the game folder. So when you're changing things inside the game folder, which you are with GUI skins, you're not changing anything to do with your prefs at all. Okay? Not changing anything to do with those at all. So I'm going to log out. Okay. Start the game again. Accept. I'm going to go to settings. Now the files are in there, so I'm going to change that back to ND capitalized DUI. OK. Press play. And log back in. Et voila. There you go, and the assist is over there. But you can see the difference now. I now have a bar down here. The wings are gone. My creds and NCU are over here, as they were on the original skin, actually. Which is probably why I changed to this in the first place. There's ones where these bars are curved and centered, and I think they're quite a bit longer. I have got a guide video for it. AOU also, I think, has a written guide, if you prefer. Sav can probably share the link for that. If she didn't write it herself, she'll know where it is. There's loads of different ones with screenshots, so you can kind of go, oh yeah. So you get the base file, and then the only thing you copy and paste over the base file once you have it is the various other file field types. So you've got edge, dark, whatever. I liked this one, so I went with this one. Let's have a look here. Let's go. Notum. Notum DevTech. There you go. Rubicar.net. So some updates, etc. So all you do, God knows if you guys can read this. Hang on. So you go to here, and it tells you here how everything works, who's been working on it, etc. Various news, changelog. So core package you download, patch package download. If you're on the new engine, you want this one, okay, because you've got different sliders and stuff in the GUI there. And then ND theme packages. So you've got basic DovTech, which looks like that. I had that for a while. Then DovTech Dark, which is very much darker if you prefer. Then Edge, this is the one I've got. Okay, I just thought, yeah, that's a nice balance. I like that. I could decide I want to go for Dark Tech. Different again. You see how different areas are not quite the same, and some things are sort of highlighted differently. Then Mini, which strips things away, so it's much more square, simple, clear. You know, it's all personal preference. Mini HUD by Misatsu. And Glass, which is sort of transparent. Some people find that easier. It depends how your eyes are, doesn't it, and stuff like that. I liked Edge. That appealed to me, so I just went with Edge. But yeah, there you go. It gives you a good idea, doesn't it? You know, how it's going to look on your screen. Plus, you can copy and paste over them, so you can download them and go run around in game for 20 minutes and see if you like it or not. You know, so there you go. That's there. Hello, DGVoodoo2, welcome to the stream. Oh, are you going to be on here? What have I missed? California, CA is a lot more active than Canada. What? And there are several dove skins. I think this is very complete. I don't think AOU has a guide on it. Okay. Yeah, if you go back and if you just search Note and Dove Tech, oh look, top video answer is some random advert. Irrelevant.
Hi all. I've had a request or three to do different,
And then, you know,
which looks like this, to the custom GUI folder.
and then where your folders will be and
Just
blah 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 blah
double
blah.
check what I'm doing here.
Message. Just account.
So I've
Potato
got one
commented,
folder.
ain't working. Ain't working for me with current drivers pimping. I was like, what? On what? Are you running it correctly? It ain't working for me. Pimping my both XE managed 3D, but no go. Not sure about that. What they're saying there. Anyway, that's meta. Yeah, I honestly I get hundreds of comments on YouTube. It's just sheer volume of stuff I've actually put on there. You know, the sheer amount of tutorial, like 1,000 guides I think I've done. Something like that. It's something scary anyway, that I've actually made. So people still to this day find that guide for the first time and go, what? Eh? So, yeah. You've been there for like 30 minutes. Oh, I was explaining Note and Dove Tech and things. That's like straight out of 2003. Yeah. Well, that was the guide on the old one. I kind of redirect everyone to the new one because it works for the old and new. The list of videos you had on the old message board is handy. Yeah, there's some. I think one of the forum mods just recreated it. And said, there you go. he said, I don't know how he managed it, but he just recreated the thread for me. I was quite grateful for, because I was going to message a forum mod, say, listen, I used to have this thread with a load of helpful guide videos. Is it okay if I create a new one? Yeah, he actually named it and everything. Callus 2's Book of Knowledge is the old one, and it's like, oh, you can't see. Yeah. This is going back to 2015. Starting your adventure, complete playlist now, new grid walkthrough, the request, upgrading your weapon, leaving MPE, what's next, and mech mission, new bracers, newcomer's armor, the King Leet quest, back armor, and then how to get 35% XP for 4 hours. Here's how. Spaced out. And then various mods came along and started going, hang on, let's consolidate your thread. IR Storm. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, which reminds me, I hadn't realised. No, that's no good. No, no. All caps, IR. Vroom. IR Storm. There you go. Storm owns you. That's the... Yes, that's one I usually have, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. We're gonna change it again. There you go. Now Savik's happy. That's what I had on my my original one. Be right back. Doing some de-bloating. Okay. So yes, there we go. Yeah, the old message, but I think didn't they try and resurrect it on the new forum somewhere? I think maybe. Let's have a quick look. On new. General discussion, community corner, support, knowledge database, I think. It was on here. I don't think it's pinned or stickied, but it's on here somewhere. Oh, there you go. It's because the new forums are, yeah, are all, there you go. Advisors of one of the ARC team came along and went, I'm putting your old thread on the forums even if you're not. It's a bit glitchy because they're copy pasting and stuff like that. So you got all those, me at the bottom. There's that 120ish guide videos on the old thread as well. And then some of the, you know, I put a few more on and then left it. I thought, you know, people kind of know now with the Discord as well, you know. People are constantly referencing them there, but like new maps, how and where to get a complete free EIPR, mission tear people up. Here's a quick guide. Can't remember what mission that is. That should be in the title. See if we know about this. Oh, Lost Eden. Yeah, they were trying to send me a PM and I didn't answer the PM, so they they stopped me from. They banned my account, so I'd ask to my forum account, so I'd answer him. I just didn't realise. And then it goes on for like 2 A-Star, Daily Hunt, AI, A-Pods. Newcomer's Armor Guide, yeah, getting mission scavenger, blah, 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 like for 5 pages worth. Distress call, you know. So if it's there, I've probably done a guide for it somewhere. So yeah. IT O'Derry, I went to ask Andy B if they'd come after me for for the Project AO. And he said, I don't think we'd come after anyone for simply using that, but no, we can't offer any support. Well, yeah, because, you know. I'm back. Did Andy B take you up on the beer challenge? He did not. No. No, he didn't. I didn't lay down it wasn't really a challenge. It was just a bit of fun. It was like, yeah, beard solidarity. So yes, it was a bit of that. Oh, I got a new T-shirt today from the same person. Yeah, Zinzig sent me another one out of the blue in large, which fits better for me. And he corrected it to say where frame rates go to die. It was bugging him apparently that it didn't say the right thing. I haven't taken a picture of me in it yet, but I will. So yes, thank you very much. I don't know if he's online at the minute, Picture. Oh, now I've got to go and put a t-shirt on and then come back, and then I'm hopeless at selfies as well. I really am. I can't selfie. Picture or it. Oh, for God's sake! Fine, bear with me. This is really difficult, you know. My phone is garbage as well, so it doesn't do well unless let's see how those came out. Right, I'm back. Let's see. Got to find the phone. DCIM. Oh, I need to clear these off. I've got so many pictures on here now. But they're just like random crap. No, that's a terrible picture. I'm not using that. Oh, God. I'll do it for tomorrow. I'll do it till tomorrow. Oh, it might be easy if I use the mirror in the bathroom. Because trying to click a picture when you know, when you're in the picture, so your arm's held out, screws up the t-shirt, and then I need my other arm to come and click the button. It's just not my thing, selfies. It's just not. Can I get it? I'm still trying to do this. I'm failing. I can't do phone pictures one-handed. I don't know. There's like some special ninja skill for it. Sat down is no good. Oh, now the camera's turned off. Oh, God. This is like teaching grandma how to take a selfie, isn't it? I mean, give me a DSLR and I'll take your proper portrait picture. This is... I hate phones. Did I mention I hate phones? Now my hand's in the way. Oh, for Jesus. Either my arms are too short, or I need a wide-angle lens. Teaching Grandad to take pictures, yeah, feels like it, to be honest with you. Alright, see if I actually got a usable one there. Otherwise, I'll go do it tomorrow. No, I can't. They're all blurred, and I know the kids can just like click, and you know, but no. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not doing it now. Game over. The room is tiny as well, so even when I put it on the desk and tried to move back from it, then I couldn't, when I was in frame properly, I couldn't bloody reach the button to take the picture, so it's, yeah. No. Lost your frustration with Doc? No. I knew if I ignored the dock for a day, it would feel better. But yeah, I think I know what it is, though. There's just a ton of research missing, where base stats and and all kinds of other things are going to come into play. Biomet, intelligence, Matamet, psychic for the nanopool, nano delta. I mean, there's not much in the way of defense in there, but it all adds up, doesn't it, with the trickle down on base abilities and such. So, Sav looks like Indiana Jones with less facial hair and a bit curvier. Really? Okay. I've no idea. I've never seen a picture of Savick. But I just imagine blonde Nord, possibly. I don't know. And technically young enough to be my daughter. The only defence is health pool and heals. Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, someone sent me a message saying, well, you can't say docs aren't tanky. I can tank the last boss in Pyramid of Home. And I'm like, well, that's apples and oranges, mate. That thing doesn't mez you for 10 seconds when you've got aggro on a dock, rendering your get out of the crap, your mitigations out the window because you can't heal or perk or run away. So it's not exactly the same fight, is it? A blonde Nord on a unicorn. No, a blonde Nordic unicorn. Are we going to have another go at the subway? Are we going to give it a try? Debloater was giving you issues. You mean Windows 10 Debloater? Which I strongly approve of. Yeah, I want to do something. We were killing time before. Killing time. Grinding stuff. Yes, an Enforcer will be good. I'm going to be docking it as much as I can, although I might have to bail on dock for some of it and go back to a different tune. So, yeah. Do you want to be mad or calm? Well, if I was going to be calm, I'd be on the Keeper, which is... But that's because there's so little to think about on the Keeper. I can keep an eye on the stream itself. There's all that side of stuff as well. Yeah, there you go. We'll bring a crap. Always needed, especially if you're going to go down to Azzy. I don't know. Merkzerk's here on his Enforcer. He's got several other tunes. Mortizal has a crat, so he can bring a crat. That would be cool. And where's Mihalik? I'm assuming. Are you coming on soldier? I know he's in my org. On trader, I like the blockers on the keeper, to be honest. Oh, you lie, DGVoodoo2. Yes, you do. Pick me. Oh, I've already picked Merc. This is the only thing with this raid is that you can only take 6. You know, because you can only take 6. We can't have... I mean, Panda'd be a better raid to do because you could take 30 people then, you know, and everyone gets to come along. But, you know... Mihalik, can I convince you to play Keeper today, just that we can get you some more before you try and heal this again? You watched the stream and went, I ain't going in there with his doc. I think so. I think until I've got 80 research done, or at least close, you know, I have an MP. No, I just don't like playing an MP. I don't hate MPs or people that play them. Yeah, okay. I'll keep it then, Mihalik. I know what you're saying. The first boss was okay. The second boss onwards was as far as we got. So yeah. If you grab Captain Merczerk over there. Because he did ask first, so I'm trying to be fair, you know, as much as I can. I mean, the keeper is extremely capable in there. So, you know. I went and got DB2 buff as well, just to make it a bit easier tonight. Technically, I was the first one saying me. You were? Oh! Hang on then. Why am I dead? Why was my keeper dead? That's weird. I'm scrolling up. Lopnik, I just want to do Subway. I'm stuck at work. Merczerk. Where did you say it then? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure why my keeper was dead. Did I die in the raid? I think I did. I think I died on keeper as well. And then just came back on enforcer, maybe. Not to worry. It's keeper. Yeah, this is the problem with 6-man raids and streams is, you know, where have I gone here? Is quite often you know you're gonna have to let people down that wanted to come, kind of deal. Oh, was it doing this as well? You pushed me to tank first time. And everybody crash now. Dear. That's what you get for back and forth. Let me check. Task manager. Let's close you. Got any old ones running? No, Chrome is trying to run in the background. That's usually half the problem. Chrome is a resource hog. It's probably all right for people with, you know, 16 core processors and 8 core processors and 16 threads, but when you got 4 and 8, no, that's not the thing. Where's the thing? I don't use DGVoodoo on the new client though. I mean, I could, but it gets a bit. I don't know. No, it's not okay, even with more cores and threads. Okay, I got as far as here. Right, well, Savik. Savik's in a team, so Savik would like to grab me. Yeah, what's yours got? 16 cores, 32 threads? Something like that. I know yours is like, I love, yeah. See, for me, your system would be ideal. Because I'm single boxing. So if I had a second PC to run, just do the stream on, you'd see much better frame rates here than I usually get on streams. Recording, it doesn't matter. It just seems to be once I'm streaming, it uses a lot more horsepower. But yeah, we did DGVoodoo with the new engine on. I'm waiting on those new Threadthreppers, 96 cores. Jeez, that's a server processor, isn't it? You know, it's got to be like no more than 2.6 gig though. Hot lub, low key asking for donations. Take a lot of donations to buy one the system that DGVoodoo2's got. You know, he's like, what is it worth? He's got. Didn't you get a 3080 as well? One of the chosen ones. He got one. Well, last year I was going to upgrade my system with any money I made, and I just didn't make any money. There you go, 5950X, a 3080, 30 gig RAM, and it's custom water cooled. I've seen pictures. It's pretty awesome, actually. And I will take a picture of it all, of the t-shirt when I can. I'm there in a second. Get started, he says. Well, okay then. Oh, convert to raid, somebody. Whoever's got lead, could you convert to raid? There we go. Now everyone suddenly warps in. Sav probably looks like her doc. Yeah, you don't want to mess with her. She's tougher than you. And she's got 2 big hammers. So yeah. Proc reminder. I don't think anyone's going to turn around and go, here, I'll get a new system, because you're talking, what, 5k to get something like that now? So it'll have to be like bit by bit. I think the thing I would want to do before the graphics card, you know, for Anarchy Online, a 980 is plenty, truly. Would probably be new. It's going to be the bigger expense, which is board, chip and RAM, because this is an X79 system, which in its day was the dogs. You know, when I built it in 2012, it was the absolute dogs. And I had 32 gig of memory since then as well, mainly because they sent it twice. I ordered a 16 gig kit and they sent 2, and I was, you know, I was honest, phoned up, said, you've sent an extra kit, and they said, oh well, it is on a, at the time, £1,000 order. You can either pay for it at discount and keep it, or send it back to us. Yeah, it was nearly 10 years ago, so, you know, when I started making the videos, my system was only 3 years old, and people were like, oh, I wish I had that system for AO. And it was pretty cool for editing video at 1080p as well. But now, not quite so much. Thing is, I've got to say, going for the X platform does get you more legs if you go the Intel route. I don't know how it's going to play out for AMD, but AMD system with an Nvidia card is the fastest gaming system now. It just is. You know, they're beating Intel at their own game. Intel was always, oh yes, but you know, we have superior game. But this is it, you see. Another core hypocrisy. Intel, because they had market dominance, sat on their hands. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. I love it. It's cheered me up now, hasn't that? I've always known you can do that in Windows. We'll wait another year for DDE. Well, yes and no, because you know, do you want to? I'd rather have an established, working, high-end technology than one that's a little sketchy. Do you know what I mean? Like when you buy the last in line of a particular chip and motherboard, all the bugs have been ironed out. Oh right. Or DD. Yeah, that's the other side, when the new stuff comes out. Well, that was it last year. I was going to get myself like a 1080 Ti, because I was like, oh, they're going to do a new one. Maybe I can pick up a 28 series card cheaper. Yeah, that didn't go well, did it? Is there any other different GUI? Well, that one alone has 6 variations. I don't know if there probably are there? I was showing them earlier in the stream at the beginning, I think. That was the original there, Dove's Maps. Still has. Yeah, Dove's got Edge, it's got Clear, it's got Glass. Oh right. Well, if you go to there, you'll see there's like a selection which says Note and Dove Edge, Note and Dove Dark, Note and Dove Glass, Note and Dove Clear, something, I don't know. So literally just, you know, pick one you like the look of in the screenshot and have a try with that. Sold my old 980 Ti and 1080 Ti last year for 500 combined. 1080 Ti was AOI. Oh, you're right, yeah. Now the 1080 Ti's are going for 500 themselves on eBay. It's gone mad. Absolutely mad. 1080 Ti for the Win 3 is what I'm running. It wasn't worth upgrading to the 3000 cards. I think so, yeah. What? You know, I mean, ray tracing only really started to get going middle of 2019. It only really became a bit of a thing, didn't it? You know, it was almost a gimmick, but it always is to begin with, and then it becomes mainstream. Like rasterization, when that came out, everyone in the sort of the then community, there was no YouTube or anything, no tech channels and stuff like that. There was, you know, a couple of sites, Guru 3D, Major Geeks, Overclockers.com, a few sites like that. It was no one needs rasterization for their games, and now it's the absolute bare minimum for a game. And then, you know, tessellation, people need tessellation. Tessellation's kind of default now. You know, bump mapping was perfectly fine, you don't need tessellation. Technology keeps moving on. but I've been watching a playthrough of Cyberpunk where they've really, I mean, even their rasterization and regular stuff that the game can do is stunning. But with ray tracing on as well, it's jaw-droppingly pretty. But you do need a hell of a system to run that, you know. Ryzen 9 3000, 12 core, 24 thread, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 separate M.2 terabyte drives, and 1080 for the Win 3. That's a monster system for AO. I mean, if you play other games as well, they're going to run well on it. But it wasn't until like Metro Exodus people started going, oh, you know what, actually this ray tracing is pretty good. You know? This guy Gopher Gaming, he's awesome. He's my age. He's like a proper YouTuber. He does it as makes a living at it. Somebody that watches his streams, runs theatres out in Spain or something. I don't know. The guy's nuts. Donated him thousands. I've phased out Minesweeper now. I have a better system. Oh well, goody good. And yeah, he's doing a let's play of Cyberpunk. It's really good as well. I'm enjoying watching him doing it. We'll probably do a second one as well, he says, because he really loved the actual, you know, the actual story as much as I did. I did 3, and you know, he was saying, like, when you watch it on his, it's pretty epic. I've already got that, and we've got 2 combat assistant Wen-Wens and the chest armor, which I have already on the dock, so I'll pass on there. I actually have Note and Dove still, I think, in my folder. Yeah, there you go. That's the original Dove map of Rubicon. That on the poster up there. Stream to play is the future, though, just because we're already in the real where GPUs are getting into the car price range. Yeah, I'm passing on all of that, but yeah, let's join CabbageNet. Someone else may want that. I've already got the chest. I've got 2 sleeves. And a helm would be the complete set, I guess. $30.80 here from Scalpers 2 now. 2.8, jeez. It's not worth that. I'll wait. Thing is, this time next year, the people that pay 2 and 3 grand for one are going to feel gutted. I think. I hope it gets better anyway. Not I hope they feel bad, I just hope the situation improves and supply kind of, you know, meets demand. There's someone in store might want that on their dock. Is it just me? Is AO too loud? It could be too loud. Make AO a little quieter. About there, maybe? It's fairly loud. Am I a little quiet then? I can make me louder. If you want, I can make me louder. And then it gets a bit compressed sounding, if you know what I mean. And the way you got it, it's better like this, yeah. See, I'm going through a mixing desk, so I can boost my signal like ridiculous. But it will start to clip, which, you know, isn't ideal. You thought the sound was fine? Maybe, yeah. Maybe it depends how your sound system is, how clear your speakers are. I mean, on screen I am at least 6 dB louder than the game. You prefer it like that with it a little quieter, that's fine. We can do that. have Sennheiser headphones. I have Yamaha studio monitors, but yeah, Sennheiser are they are the de facto. Don't buy headphones unless it's got Sennheiser on it. Otherwise, you're just buying hype, brand, and sound coloration. And by Sennheiser, you get the real deal. Yeah, it depends what you get from those. Some of them are very coloured. And by coloured, I mean they're not giving you an accurate, all this, super bass response is just like not an accurate representation of sound. And that bothers me in speakers. It just does. When you've had reference source monitors as your desktop monitors for 10, 20 years maybe, anything else sounds coloured. You can hear it, where they put way too much on the very top end, 10k. They put like a 7 to 10k boost and a like 150 hertz boost, and it's kind of painful to listen to if you're used to the real sound of something. Ends Lyric, going to eat, see yous later. We'll see you later, Ends Lyric. Enjoy your foods. Run headphones because headphones dig into my... Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, they do. But yeah, I've got HS50 studio monitors, and they are crystal clear, but they do not colour the sound, which I use. Well, originally I bought them for mixing music, but they're just as good for mixing, effectively movie audio, if you like. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Suka has reached enlightenment. Congrats! I only have just short of 2,000 episodes left to transcode, and my PC can finally be turned off for the first time since late February. Oh my god. Well, you picked the right rig to be doing it on, I think. I just don't store stuff like that anymore. I used to, but then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I used to have loads of shows on DivX. Do you remember DivX? It's like a hyper compressed AVI type format. Kind of weird, but yeah. But it got the file size right down. Saved 6 terabytes so far, going from 264 to 265. It is very clever compression algorithm, that. Because the picture quality is just as good. To the human eye, visually, you really got to be knowing what you're looking for to spot any problems. And for most TV shows, you're never going to see it. You're never going to notice the difference. If I leave my PC off for a week, it just gets coated in dust. Alright. Yeah, we have a few issues with dust here, but that's, 3 people, 2 dogs. and the seaside. A lot of it's not actually dust, it's like super fine sand blowing in off the beaches. So you have to make sure you're clearing all that out with your filters and whatnot. When you downloaded the GUI, does it move? No, it doesn't move your bars at all. It does not touch your preferences. Your preferences are in a completely separate folder away from your GUI. Everything stays the same. I was demonstrating that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, you don't have to redo prefs. Your pref folder is completely separate from your GUI folder. They're not even in the same directory location. For instance, your preferences will be in your PC, C drive, users, username that you log into Windows with, app data, local, Funcom Inc., Anarchy Online, and then a big long number, and then within that number is your preference folder. It's easy to get to from the launcher, to be honest. I've got a video as well called Moving Your Prefs the Easy Way, which shows you how to use the launcher to get directly to the folder your preferences exist in, which is handy to know for browsing, and it's also quite fast to get to it that way. And also you won't see your local user folder unless you've got show all files and folders, including hidden system files and folders, switched on in Windows, and not everyone's tech savvy enough to feel comfortable with that, whereas using the launcher will take you straight to it. Yeah, you don't need a game restart. Wait for Alexander. I'm going to grab a quick drink as well, so give me a couple of minutes, guys, while I go grab myself a drink, and I will leave you moving prefs the easy way. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll leave you with Bloke band Panama Hat.
Ba
We'll be with you in a second, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I am back. Yes, Zinzig. Welcome to the stream. Bear with me a second. Just doing a thing. Oh, we're back in. Sorry about that. I'm getting totally distracted, but it is for a good reason. So, yes. Not the best photo, and I don't think the camera lens was all that clear. There you go. So that is the new t-shirt from Zinzig, which arrived this morning, unannounced. So what the hell is this parcel from then? Looked at the thing. Yeah, I think there was a fingerprint on the lens looking at it. But there you go, ICC, where frame rates go to die. Right, slum spawn, slum runner. So I'm not allowed to with the AO logo on. I'd have to get permission to use the logo. Well, you can see that's a large, that fits me a little better. Vulpoo, welcome to the stream. Yes, I do like it. Thank you very much, Zinzig. We'll return you. I'll get a better shot. That's, like I say, I think there's a bit of grease or fingerprint on the... It's just a phone camera job, that. So I'll get another shot that's better. There you go. Normal programming has resumed. Yeah, that was just now in the back garden. Or the backyard, really. There are plants there, growing in the ground. we even grew vegetables there one year. But it's just one of those gardens we does not get enough light to grow anything meaningful, so... Except, you know, like, maybe some grass. And it spends most of the year being muddy. So I paved over one part and then we ripped the higher end of the garden out and levelled off with gravel and a couple of steps and stuff, so... I'll break out my DSLR and go and take a proper picture tomorrow when there's better light. Yeah, so a one-off is fine. You can use other people's stuff, but if you're using a company-owned logo like the Anarchy logo, nope. You're going to get yourself into trouble very quick. You're breaking the law, basically. Woolpoo. I saw this in an AO Universe article about ICC missions. No miners spawn when people die in the PvP arena. I think that's true, except the Title 7 zone. You might want to check it. I think they're on a timer, full stop. I farmed them on the test server once. Well, the beta server for the engine. And used to get a daily reward just for doing the miners. And because it was the beta server and all the rest of it. But yeah, if they spawned only when people did whatever, then yeah, that would have been kind of interesting. Queen of the slums is down. If you could take care of the trash. They're on a timer as well. Oh, there you go. At Halloween, it all goes a bit strange, but yes. Oh, well, there you go. Also, when someone dies. Where's the boss corpse disappear to, or was it empty? Was it an empty boss corpse? That's nice. Could be, I don't know. Oh, we got another one. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. I am Silix has reached enlightenment. Cool. Congrats. Oh, sleeve, yeah. Yeah, if it was the bow one, yes. If it's the other one, no, not really. Adult Death HUD. Is it... Oh, the corpse has appeared now. Let's have a look. Let's look what's... I couldn't even see this corpse before. Right, so that is fortified construction sleeves. Yeah, that's trade skilling. Useful. Aspect of paralysing fear. HUD and utilities. Add all death for 75. It's quite nice. I don't know. Maybe on the dock. What does the... What do you get on there? You get 50 from that. But you get max health as well and first aid, nano resist. Versus 25 on that. Yeah, I think I probably would want it, yeah. In fact, I think I'd want it on the Keeper. Added it on Cabbage. Brilliant. Yeah, Merc, yeah. Merc missed the roll though, I think. Oh, he did roll. Okay, no, fine. I didn't know he had. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Talking guff. And speaking of, let's have some of that. And let's have some light on the situation. Ah, there we go. Watched the 4K HDR version of Akira last night. Looked good, but man, I forgot how weird that movie is. I watched none of that stuff. Which one's Akira? What is which one's the one with the weird tentacle stuff in it? because that I don't want to watch. That's just like, that's nasty. No thanks. Kira has the big eyes, isn't it? Yeah, something like that, yeah. I actually like that movie, but I did find her eyes kind of freaky for the first 20 minutes, and then I think I just got used to that she had huge eyes. Which I know is in keeping with the cartoons, because that's how they're drawn, so they wanted to keep it like that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Sky Cannon! Tentacle prawn. You mean Saturday morning cartoons in Japan? Yeah, pretty much. That's not disparaging the Japanese nation or Japanese people, but yeah, some of them cartoons, oh dear. Yeah, I don't think they'd make it past the censors on British television at that time of the day. Cartoons or not. Oh well, different strokes. Yeah, there's some weird going on. Or it maybe just seems weird because culturally we're different. You know, simple as that, really, isn't it? If you there was one that was on Battle of the Planets that used to be on that, and Marine Boy was another one that used to be on like Saturday morning cartoons in the UK. Pretty sure prawn involving seafood anywhere is weird everywhere, except its country of origin. Yeah, but the Battle of the Planets, and as far as I remember, Marine Boy were okay. Marine Boy used to be on, and then Champion the Wonder Horse used to come on right after it. Champion the Wonder Horse. I always seemed kind of flat, that show, after watching Marine Boy. He used to breathe underwater by eating aqua gum or something. Around the same time, there was a Man from Atlantis was on TV with Bobby from Dallas, before Dallas. I said hi to Vulpu early on. I think Sav missed it simply because Sav is playing a doc tonight, and it's kind of distracting, as I can attest. Especially when your doc's not very good like mine. Like most tunes put on 2 endgame weapons, alphas and whatnot, and you're pretty much done, but not quite the same with Doc. You need a few other accoutrements as well. There was a ding message. What? There was a ding? Courses followed was the last ding message I saw. There was a ding. I am Silix has reached enlightenment. Is that one of yours, Cool? Or is that somebody else's too? It was me, but undercover. Shh, everyone. Shh, 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 shh. Zavik has spilled the beans. Vulpu's undercover tombs. Have you healed Temple of the Three Winds yet? No. We did it for... We wanted to get Daylight, his two-hand edged. I think I stayed on Keeper just because I was a bit edgy about it. Whereas I knew we could definitely take out Azzy with me off-tanking Azzy. I think I should start in there. Sounds like a plan. We'll see how well we do here. We could end up wiping on Virgil and the bloody Melvins 20 times before we get there. Don't forget what a big pain in the bottom he is. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I heal DB2 and places like that, but they're kind of like, you go there to get a buff with 3 people, don't you? These days, anyway, you know. I see Hidari. No, you are the keeper, not the doc. I think it's more my nature, yeah. It is easier for streaming because... Oh, we have new tactics for Virgil. If you're doing it, you'll hate it. Oh, God. But we're doing it. Thank you, Mihaly. I have new tactics. As long as it doesn't involve me sitting in lava for the whole fight. That really annoyed me. I just thought, this is pointless. Why don't I log another tomb? The guy didn't even think maybe I had another 220. Is there a way to remove the info tab and added new stuff with the UI, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left side? Yes, that vanishes with DovTech, as you can see. It's gone. It doesn't exist. So I just put the chat box over the... I'm never going to get it straight again now. Over the side of it. But it's under the soft options. When you've got this installed, you can go down. You've got an extra thing here. So you got that. Show AgDef bar. Show the credits bar. Static, horizontal, shortcut numbers. You know. And on the soft menu, you've got all kinds of things you can fiddle about with and break. Missed the extra menu. It hasn't gone. It's here. Look, MISC and info, all there. It doesn't get rid of them unless you get rid of it. It's just put them where it doesn't need like a huge amount of space. And the entirely pointless bar blocking half the corner of the screen up. You know, horses for courses. You know, horses for courses. I just find this less distracting. Plus, of course, you can go into F10, you can go to Control Center, and you can go, boom, turn all of it off with one button, which is nice for screenshots and things like that. I miss the old GUI where the whole visible game screen was nudged over to the left of the menu. So when you with this, it just left a blank space there, and the whole game was nudged over to the left. That's how the game was when it started. Now I can't seem to scroll it back. Come on. I think this is my mouse. No, the mouse scroll is working. Why are you no move? I want my mini-map. There we go. Just wasn't wanting to respond to it for a while. Kind of weird. Never mind. Someone on Discord claimed this Scion now spawns lots of ads. Mortycrat says not this week. He hasn't seen it. I don't know. Already. Maybe they just didn't quite clear the ads that are in here anyway. I don't know. Maybe he does under the right circumstances, I don't know. Showed Dad Discord and he's like, well, that's better than Skype or TeamSpeak. Yeah. By a country mile it's better. I don't know how they make any money out of it though. Ensleric, welcome back. Hope the food was good and you enjoyed it. Oh, when you finally got a shot of the t-shirt. It's crap. I'll get a better picture, but there you go. It's exactly the same. It just now actually says ICC, where frame rates go to die. And that's a picture taken by the missus on my phone, but it must have had a fingerprint on it or something because it's got a weird thing going on. I'll get a proper picture with my camera. And that's from Zinzig, who is in the chat now. So it was quite opportune that he came on when he did, because I ran off to make a cup of tea. I had this shirt and she goes, oh, you're wearing the new shirt? I said, yeah. How did you get Brad Pitt? Yeah, Brad Pitt. My arse. Yeah, dude, if I look like Brad Pitt, I you know. Was it Brad Pitt when he was in The Curious Tale of Benjamin Button, but at the beginning of the movie? You mean, maybe? Or the first 10 minutes of the movie? Spawns ads if it's moved. Oh, well, there you go. Well, we don't. We just get down here and toe to toe and punch and thump and hack and slash and shoot and poke and everything else. Interesting mechanic though. If you try and kite it, it will just spawn more ads and make life harder for you. That's an interesting one. That's new. And the hair's gone a bit weird at the moment. It's like not long, not short, just sort of, I don't know whether to. Summer's coming in it, so do I cut the hair back again as well? I kind of prefer it that way. It's just get up, wash your hair, and then ignore it for the rest of the day, and it still looks pretty good. Punish you with ads if you move too far from the fire. Yeah, we only like step just off to the side so you're not actually stood in the fire. Flames aren't too bad. If they moved around they'd be a lot more trouble than they are. But you don't, so you know. Took this earlier. Let's have a quick look. Now, see, now you've got the muscles. There you go, hang on. Save image. Save. Okay. Yeah, he looks more like Brad Pitt than I do. Hang on. Add image. Add source. Add new source. Browse. Why does it never auto-size these things? Yeah, you've got way more arms than I have. What did Scion drop anyway? Ooh, ooh, I want on the dock. Add to. Them's guns, my friend. Them is guns. See, now that'll be an extra large. We'll have to talk to Funcom and get permission. Roll results. Yay! Right, I'm going to log the dock nice and quick. Run in and loot. That's Christopher. What? The gyms have been closed for 3 months. I think he's been lifting the hatchback, the family hatchback, and he goes out every morning and benches the hatchback on the rear axle. I mean, if you're making them for non-profit, Funcom can't really do anything. But otherwise, yeah, we start selling them to people via Teespring, or you said you had a little firm that makes them, so probably that way. We'd need their permission to use the logo. You can have ICC, where frame rates go to die, minus the Funcom logo, or the Anarchy logo rather, but it's not quite the same, the same thing. Sharp Tony got permission, but there was a bit more support going on then. Use Cal's face instead of the logo. That could work, yeah. Because I've got that down to pure black and white, so that would work as a transfer. But I think it needs the Anarchy logo. But yeah, I could sell merch with my face on it, even if it's a photograph from like nearly 10 years ago. When did when I had the long hair, and I was pretty slim at the time as well. Still had a six-pack. No longer. That's the six-pack in the fridge. Oh, you just reminded me I need to get beer after the stream. A little early in the week, but, what the hey. Your chat overlay on stream broke. Oh God, what have I done now? Chat box. Okay, try now. Yay! I switched that off somehow. Klutz, basically, I think there. I think I was trying to invisible the picture again, and I managed to click that. I have the Scion 65, utilities 1 or 3. Oh yes. See, I've got 1 or 3, so I've got that plus 50 at the minute, so I could swap it out for the defensive one, etc. It's all pretty cool. Right, coming back on the useful tune. Time to grind the subway for 2 hours. Yeah, nothing worth it is easy. Yeah, you could do those t-shirts like that, or muscle shirt like that. I could probably get back into that shape. I don't know. I don't know if my shoulder rotary joints would take lifting that kind of weight again. They used to. Used to be no problem at one time. But, you know, you get older and... Yeah, the guy next door to me, he's even bigger than you are, Zinzig. He's real big. And he, during the lockdown, got an adapted cantilever, and he just used his daughter's car to train. He'd just squat lift it, clean and jerk, power lift it, and then he had like a home bench in the back garden as well. You could hear him. He was just like... What's that? They added an instant 220 on stream, which is a big buff. On stream? On Steam. Alright. So, well, like a nano cam, but it gives you a 220 tune immediately so you don't have to grind at all. There's a 200. This is... Have you got the link for that? You'd still have to do all your research and put all your gear on and everything, but hey. Yeah, if you've got like a browser URL, I'd be interested to see that. Yeah, I've seen the 200 one for years, but I always thought that was like the heckler juice, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I've not checked the Steam store for any AO stuff for a very long time. Days Gone is coming to PC. Which one is Days Gone? Can't think what the hell that is now. It is only 200. Oh, well. That's still, you know, if someone's in a hurry to get a tune made, you know, it's useful. You and your allies cannot be in. Zombies Gaze set in Oregon. All right. Was a PlayStation exclusive before. I'm not that mad on zombie games. I kind of liked Metro, and I like, you know, like Fallout story in games, but a proc reminder yourself. Yes, indeed. Yeah, what was it? The Last of Us. That I always wanted to play that. I remember seeing a trailer for it online and going, "Oh, I really want to play that." And I went, PlayStation only. And I was like, "Damn you!" Not sure about the second one. mixed thing with that. I think some games don't need a sequel, or if they do, just tell a completely new story with different characters. You know. Thing is, I've watched Frankie on PC in 1080p did a playthrough of that Last of Us, the original game, and so I kind of know the story anyway. But I'd like to play it for myself. You get halfway through and go, "Is this game still going?" Yeah, a lot. Some games are like that, I mean, you know, but zombie games in general I'm not that interested in. I don't know, they just never... I always like it if they've got a little bit of science fiction to them, you know, kind of a bit more... maybe it's just a me thing, you know. Like I played System Shock 2, I think it was, on a demo, and went, oh, this is good. Went out, bought it, played the whole game. Can't remember much about it except I really enjoyed it. Then played the... Do you remember when PC magazines used to come with CDs or DVDs with game demos on them? You know, in the very early days of the internet. And I played Deus Ex and it had like the first map on it. So I finished it and went straight out to the local like computer store. It was on the shelf. I just bought it, came home, installed it, and my save game from the demo worked. So I just carried on playing for like months in that game. My system could barely run it at the time and all that. My Voodoo 3, playing it in glide mode, which took an hour to get going and set up and all the rest of it. Yeah, when there was no internet really to speak of, you know, it was very sort of HTML text sort of things, and you know, not much else. Go AOL. And have you got an AOL? We've got an AOL. We've got a shop on the AOL shop. Yeah, don't go round. Remember your 220. You can jump that little river, or whatever you want to call it. You can jump that bit of water. Search AOL keyword. Yeah, we were on AOL because they never knocked you off or charged you extra for bandwidth. Netmal, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, so we did that, and it was like game companies couldn't really get their products out there without like articles in magazines and the occasional, you know, video on a disc, because most people didn't have internet powerful enough to play back videos and stuff online. And back then they used to play on Real Player and crap like that, and they looked awful and blocky and terrible. Still do now in a lot of cases, but yeah. Oh, AOL UK and Ireland. They were bought out by TalkTalk, who we're still with. AOL discs, yeah, they did. Well, they bought broadband to the town I live in North Wales really early, like 2000, and we were like, wow, you know. And they were offering 512 and can't remember. I think it was 512 1 meg or something like that, half meg DSL, and honestly, it was not great, but it was 100 times better than trying to use dial-up, and your phone carried on working. And only two companies provided it. One was BT, who wanted to charge you the earth and throttled you in the evenings, and the other was AOL. So we went with AOL, and they were good, except that you had to log in via their bloody web software crap, which obviously was a hit on the system. And then I discovered that you could log into the BT domain over DSL just with the modem software, and have nice pings and stuff, which was pretty awesome. Court, catch you later, mate. Have a good day. And you, sir. We'll see you again. And then TalkTalk started up and we went with them, and then TalkTalk, I think, bought out what was left of AOL in the UK. Does AOL actually exist anymore? I'm not even sure. I mean, you go back to like late 90s, early 2000s, and like you even see AOL a lot in movies, like You've Got Mail with Meg Ryan and oh god, what's his name? Tom Hanks. You know, You've Got Mail, and they're sending emails over AOL. AOL exists via Version bought them, or however you do pronounce that. We don't have them in the UK. But we do have, like, every exchange has got like 8 or 9 different providers in it, so the prices stay really, really low and the service really good, basically. Because they treat the broadband itself like electric or water. It's a commodity. Owns Yahoo too. Yeah, I know. I lost all my old BT Internet emails. They went. What do we got? Anything? Lay? Nothing. Yeah, sometimes he's a null drop, isn't he? That guy. Horizon. Oh, Version. Horizon, but with a V at the beginning. Okay. Yeah, I think the spider guy is the only one that can have a 0 drop, you know, so it actually never drops anything. I'm standing, it tabs the flea across the room. Yeah. You read the old manual for AO. Tab will always target the target nearest attackable target next to you. It's like, lies. It will target random crap halfway across the playfield. Yeah, they're expensive because, like Intel, they've got a monopoly. You know, when Intel had no one really competing with them in the market, they kept regurgitating 4-core chips, telling everyone, oh, mainstream doesn't need more than 4-core. And then Ryzen finally, who went off to go and do their best to shrink die size, come back on the market and absolutely kill Intel and go, well, we're doing 8-core 16-thread chips that are virtually the same performance as your 4-core for like a quarter of the price, and suddenly Intel's got competition again, and suddenly Intel's in trouble and releasing 8 cores everywhere, and, you know, trying to shrink nodes in a panic, having said for years that no one needed it. It's like, yes they do. They just thought, yeah, you'll take whatever we give you. There's no one. Where else are you gonna go? Kind of attitude, you know. I hate that. I hope AMD get better with the GPUs as well, give Nvidia a bit of a kick up the backside. But thus far, not really. They haven't quite got it together. And they've got some good offerings, don't get me wrong, they're just not really in the same space yet. And I'm not pro Nvidia or pro AMD, I'm not pro Intel and pro AMD or anything. When you've got competition in the marketplace, the only person that wins is the consumer at the end of the day. So the person buying ends up with the better, you know, for the better deal. It's like 30 quid a month our broadband, and we can unlimited bandwidth. Okay, we only get 80/20 here, but as soon as it's available we can get 150/80 or 150/60 for less money than we're paying now. As in, you know, for the first 18 months or something. And it goes back up and it still works out the same as we're paying now, so. Version has a measurable advantage over other carriers as well, due to owning the rights to lower frequencies in the radio spectrum, which are better at penetrating buildings. This is true. This is why thunder rolls and lightning cracks. High frequency sounds do not penetrate solid matter as easily as low frequency. You think about the oscillations involved, it's very easy to understand. So a high frequency sound, if you like 10k, has to go up and down 1,000 times as it passes through a brick wall. So it loses lots and lots of energy in doing that, and therefore not much gets through. Whereas low frequencies maybe oscillate once, The low E on a bass is one oscillation is 32 foot of air, so it barely uses any energy to get through a wall, which is why low frequencies travel, and why when you're outside the club you can hear the bass but not much of detail. And the same sort of physics applies to all waves, light and radio, which is light really. It's just a frequency of light we can't see. Radio waves are much lower wavelengths than light is. So. So yes, what you say makes perfect sense. Right, you said you wanted to do something different, Mihalik, so what's the different? Right, Mihalik explains, stand on me. Dead on me in the doorway. Okay. Don't move at all. Won't we die? Or is this the one spot the bloody gas doesn't get to? My wife is US military veteran, so we get a decent discount. So thankfully Verzion isn't way more expensive than other carriers. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's the least they can do. And thank her for her service from me. Yeah, Savik is on LFT, by the way. I haven't got lead. GMSH. Oh my god, Sploiter. I'm gonna have to guess at how to pronounce that name. Oh, the 200 NT. Oh, the new boss at Tara. The Exploiter. Yeah, stacked NT. What a joke. Basically running around with God mode on. Going, look at me, I'm the big I am. I've got God mode on. I'm a hacksaw. You're a donut. You're a jackass. And I don't want you in this game. Till you learn to grow up. Oh, nothing happened to me. No, there's some jackass going to Tara with exploits running. So they've got a stacked NT at Tara, and they're just one-shotting everyone with Candy Cane on a Froob NT. So as soon as the account gets banned, they just make another one. And they're just jackass. They're just talking about it in guild chat. That's an exploiter. Yeah, it happens sometimes. There's a psychology behind some of it. It's someone that nobody likes, and they know that people generally don't like them. So they internalize that and go, well, I can make everyone hate me, though. You know, so it makes them feel like they've got control again. It's strange psychology with them. And your perks are messed up. Do you want to relog first then, Sav? Otherwise, they're all going to be screwed up when you get down here, aren't they? Yeah, you get all kinds of, and you know, you're never sure if it's completely a visual bug or not, and then suddenly you can't cast something or a perk won't fire, and you don't want that on a dock in this raid. No, you don't. Yeah, you can't cast your heals without perks. No, I mean you've got Nano Combat and you've got Nano Doctorate on dock nearly all the time just to be able to use the big heals and stuff. So you know. Right, she's on LFT again. There we go. Yeah, copy pasta. Yeah, it did it to me on stream. I crashed and every pref had vanished, or it just couldn't see them. But I've got a backup of my prefs anyway, so I just copy paste, log back, and it was fine. Weird though, because they were actually there, but it, for whatever reason, just didn't believe me. Yeah, the only new update on the character is, yay, I can find my my mouse using the control key, which is a Windows feature that's been around forever. And when you just decided to use it because I couldn't find my mouse the other night, and someone mentioned in chat, is there a way to do blah, blah, blah? It's like, yes, there is. You know, in the middle of iPad with 30 odd people, and you're like, what? I need to heal this guy. There we go. You know, you've got so much mush on the screen, you can't see your own. You have no idea where your own character is either. It's amazing how janky the code is in this game and how little has actually been fixed in 20 years. Yeah, it's true. There hasn't really been any. Well, when was the last major sort of update for the game? Would have been 2015, so nobody's done anything really in that respect for, well, at least, 6 years, and probably longer than that, But does Sav need to stand where we are as well? I'm not moving, I'm just moving the camera. Into the pile. So we all stand here, okay. It's going to be weird fighting anything like this, but okay. I think I see what's going on here. Clever use of game mechanics, yeah. No, that's valid. No, that's fine. That's not an exploit. That's a use of in-game mechanics. They'll probably fix it, but yeah. I mean, if we're not moving, we're going to get hit by the that kaboom. But that kaboom ain't that bad compared to the Virgils. Yeah, the other one hits, but compared to the white one, it's not much, no. Well, this is the kind of thing that happens in 12-man. If you don't fight the last dude in the middle of the room, the turrets spawn inside the walls and you can't kill them. So it's kind of, you know, fix that and, you know, fix this while you're at it. I see nothing. Move the camera without moving myself, of course. We've got one doppelganger's loose. It's not 100%. Although he didn't seem to be doing much. That's interesting. But yeah, it needs to be fixed. Yes, it makes it easier, but really... Yeah, it's a bug. It's not a exploit, it's a bug. So there is a difference there. Still got to fight the mob. The mob can still kill you. It's not an exploit would be getting Virgil stuck in the wall so he can't fight and then just killing him without, you know, with complete impunity. Yeah, it's abusing the bug. I mean, for years, tough mobs would be soloed by getting them stuck and fighting them until they made it so mobs wouldn't do that. They would regen if they couldn't attack you. But that actually made places like Arid Rift easier. Let's have a heal. I'd have lost him, Sav. I don't know how you pulled that. I would have lost him at that point. some of the Virgils are still landing damage, so... Yeah, it's not 100%. Some of those are landing, and so is the blue mist, but it is easier, yeah. Wait while the Virgils bugger off. And they're gone. That's why you don't fight the Virgils, they're just ads. So we have boots of grid space, 4 to 5 construction sleeves again, and the chest again, pass on all. Yeah, there's tactics, and then there's that, which is okay. We've seen it now. We've observed a thing, so yes, we probably should report it back. Yeah, I've already got the chest and the boots I don't really want, so yeah, pass. Yeah, wait for Savake. Yes, please don't pull anything without the dock. This is one of these raids where you ain't nothing, mate, until you're all there together. Otherwise you're in a lot of trouble very, very quickly. Multi-craft. I'm not a certified puller. Yes. Too much documentation involved. Cool. We still took damage from a couple of the ads, and we still got nuked a couple of times as well, so it's not like, oh, it's just easy mode or something like that. It's, you know, but yeah, it's not quite right, is it? Or just feed it back to Funcom and let them make that kind of decision. You know, we suspect it's not intended, and you know, it's up to them then, isn't it? That's the way to do with things like that. You know, someone walking around with 150 token boards in the same slot is definitely, and using third-party software to achieve it, is definitely not right. You don't need to wait for Funcom to make a decision on that. It clearly isn't. You know, which is what they mean by stacked NT. So they've just got ridiculous amounts of HP, nano resist, and everything else. And then, you know, stack a bunch of anything that adds a bit of like plus nano damage or something, you know, they can just get rid. Using leg shot on the ads in here though, totally legit. The ads are there, you're dealing with them. And that's all fares in love and war kind of deal, you know. with this boss, if you get eaten, you'll be inside a different room, which looks like a meat room. And once you're in there, you need to get to a big pustule and click it, but you need to do it without running through green, otherwise you'll pick up a big hefty dot. And you will need shackles of obedience, yeah, for this to work. 27-minute snare. Keeps the ads out of our hair while we kill the boss. But it's that's why it's a 27-minute snare. That's what it's there for. I mean, we have told Andy about shackle, and he's like, "No, that's cool." Like that's what shackle's for. Yep. Don't think anything's followed. They can be a bit tricky to pull in here sometimes, though. Wait till it's inside the room. Okay. We need to keep apart. We keep apart because of the green murk until it's cleared, then you're okay. But you absolutely have to deal with the green rot in pretty much every other big fight in here, like, well, Eumenides and this one. You still get his horrendous damage, you still get the fire, and you get sucked into his belly. So... I've just decided that this is my spot just here on this square. When I get aggro, then I can kind of go, just do that, and he can't suck you in. Although sometimes as soon as you come back he does, so you haven't really avoided it for long. Because you don't want to lose two people inside there at the same time. Especially if one of them's tanking. Because then you get the random aggro of doom. Right. That's Mihalik's been sucked inside. Now without Merc here, he'd be on me. He always does, and it's because that's a 10k taunt there as well as all the damage I'm landing, so sometimes useful, sometimes not, but yeah. But with Savik here, or whatever, I can handle him for quite a while. Not as well as Halleck's soldier with his AMS, but you know, can kind of do okay. Some of the fights with Virgil in the early days would be like just the keeper left to the bitter end behind like Bioshield or something, you know. Just hanging on by the skin of their teeth. FC hates MPs like Calders. Shackles, yeah, that's cool. Leg shot, yep, go ahead. Grand Theft, humidity, no problem. MDS, get that crap out of there. Yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. We have, yeah, Melvin and the Virgils. Virgil and the Melvins. I just said it on the spur of the moment. I was actually thinking of Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. When they... Death goes, they Melvined me. That's the knockback. Which means he's going to suck me in a minute. It's my turn in Azzy's nasties. Got to head out online class in a minute. See you all next time. I'll see you again, Zinzig, and thank you once again for the t-shirt. It is awesome, my dude. Thank you very much. And bounce. I think where I'm standing, he can't quite get me into his belly. I think I'm hitting the roof or something. Can't quite figure that out. Might be. Some more cooldowns. And in we go. Okay, so this is the room you end up in. And without touching green, as best you can, you want to get over to the southeast corner, click on that horrible looking thing, and you come out behind him there. The scalding flames, they act exactly like, not scalding flames, the things in there. You're very welcome. Thank you, dude. So that's what happens when you go in. You need to get down to the other end, click on the thing and get out ASAP, but try and avoid the green clouds that are in there. It made it into the official guide, yes. Virgil and the Melvins. If anyone remembers Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, yeah. They do the thing where you lift someone up, or lift someone's underpants up to leave them almost vanish. And Death bends over and goes, they Melvined me. So I don't know why. I don't know why my brain made that random connection. But it just went, yeah, Virgil and the Melvins. Yeah, you're there thinking, we're doing okay here. And I got Melvined. Let's have a look. Please be good loot. Or is it? Oh, the belt. Dun dun dun. Well, I'm guessing everybody wants in for the belt. I'm thinking, do I want it or don't I want it? Because the belt is, God, people have paid out bazillions for it, and I'm not kidding. Like, nuts amounts. You want it, apparently, says, okay. Great Belt of Justice, League of Mono 05 Shark. Gloves I've got. Shark I could never use on a dock anyway. Feated Vagabond don't need, okay. Belt of Justice. Belt of Great Justice, which, if you don't know, is a belt like you can see there. So 6 slots, add all off, 20, health and nano 300, NCU 50, 32 evades, heal delta, nano delta, and nano cost. Pretty epic. I'm thinking on the dock though. I think for the dock. Roll results. 2 winners. How is there? What is there 2 on him? Re-roll it. Yeah, re-roll it. Someone added by hitting plus. Yeah, click add 2. Hell yes for the dock with nano cost. Yeah, once the keeper's buff, there's only one fight really where they need to cast, and that is with Eumenides. So yeah, okay, roll in again. Add 2, not plus and minus. I was going to say, my God, has he started dropping 2 of them? But on the dock, the nano cost and everything else, and a bit more evades, etc. Yeah, definitely a winner. More so than on the keeper. Oh, he can drop 2. It can happen. Okay. And roll results. Morty! Congrats, dude. Got the belt. I've seen people offer that belt for 2 graces. So 40 billion. Oh, that's nuts. Right, and Mihalik is shot off to go and do Sector 42. So there you go. Yes, thanks very much for coming, dude. What is the bell? The bell? Dropped a shark. Modified shark. Yeah, don't worry. We'll no, we're all going, Morty. We're just going to let a 40 billion creds worth of NCU belt just poof into non-existence. Don't worry. So yeah. Honestly, I have seen people going. Current bid is 2 grace, last chance on this belt, and yeah, someone bid 2 grace. Yeah, I've never seen it drop before, and I think we've done maybe 30 runs in here, thereabouts. You know, since it went live on Test Live. Okay, got the Scion, got the Eye of Scion for the dock. More nano skills. Oh yeah. That is doomed belt of great justice, but no justice for newts. It should be moddable. Should be like right click it for your faction or something, you know? Atreus, time for late dinner. I could eat my own arm right now. Yeah, please don't. See the sacrifices I make, yes. Sav? Oh, you cow. Oh, you got me. I was like, oh, Sav, what have you done? Sav, what have you done? What have you done? Just put it in good chat. Fair play. Yeah, got me. You got me. Yeah, you need 6k tokens, but yeah, pretty much at 220, that's not difficult if you've been rolling dailies and missions. How many tokens have we got? 8,716 on this tune, so yeah, 6 ain't that much, really. In comparison, you know. Well, people were moaning about 5k tokens to use the fully upgraded boards. And like, well, that's like super high-end, best possible token board in the game, you know. Yeah, like 8k. Yeah, if you do dailies every day and you do... By 220, when you're finishing off your research doing, you know, 4 dailies like Lord of the Void, Doja, regular daily, elite daily, 5 dailies, and the alien daily, you're getting like, what, 20 tokens per or something? Soon adds up. Some people AFK inf and never do dailies and then complain. Well, you know, I got my first 1k board on Kalos 2 back in the day in 2001, and this is when you only got 1 token per mission. 1 token per mission, no matter how high level you were or anything else, you know. So I remember getting that board. That board felt like a massive, oh my god, you are a massive nerd board of doom. But it was really, really cool. There you go. Morty Doc is now the Uber. Congrats, Morty. Well deserved. You came in here going, I've not done this bit before. And you were spot on, mate. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Casiro has reached enlightenment. I'm guessing on the pronunciation. Sorry if I'm wrong. And you see this and go, my God, I dinged 220 and he pronounced my bloody name wrong. Sorry. I'm trying my best. All right, I don't think there was anything much else on it, was there, Sav? What was the other? I've got those gloves, I think. Illegally modified dreadlock modified shark. So it's the dreadlock shark, but... Oh, diddly-diddy. Yeah, anyone can wield it if they can wield it, you know, like it just, if you can do the skills, you can use it. Also, you've got fling, burst and full auto on it. So you've got fling as well as burst and full auto, which the D-Shark has. I don't know how good that makes it versus SMG and PDKP, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, Sav's got to go, so... I'm the same. I'm going to leave team and poof out of here. Booble bath time. Yes, it is the Booble bath time. Michael Bublé turns up, rings the bell, you know, buzzes through. Hello, Mom. I have run your Booble bath. And then he stands, you know, blindfolded, singing, you know, cool jazz. As Sav gets into a nice bubble bath with, you know, dark chocolate, red wine, etc. It's called a Bublé bath. Because, you know, if it's not Christmas, Michael Bublé hasn't got much to do, has he? So he's not selling his Christmas album. If Michael Bublé ever hears this, I'm only joking, mate. I think you're awesome. You're a brilliant showman and singer. Right, okay, so not that way. This way. Yeah, we're not going to manage Eumenides tonight, unfortunately. It's with that raid, you probably, I think we've only done the whole thing once, and we got lucky. We got Eumenides down on the first try. As the main reason. It makes up for yesterday's run. It does. It does. So, yes, fantastic little stream there. I enjoyed that tonight. It was good fun. Not to be stressed on Doc, but yeah, I think I need to work on the Doc quite a bit more before I take him to places like this. So, yeah. Say good night to Storm, because I am actually going. People think I don't, but I do. And we want to see, is anybody else streaming? Che probably is, but is anyone doing Anarchy? That's what we really want to know. I seem to have lost my interweb browser. Chrome is being weird. Okay. Firefox? You still love me, Firefox. Okay. Oh, broken Chrome, I think. Oh, never mind. Let's have a look. Anarchy Online. Chrome, why you no work? Why you being awkward, Chrome? It doesn't let me search. Oh, let's try it this way then. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's some channel called Anarchy. Anna Rook. Oh, God knows. Cohort streaming with 3 viewers. But he is playing Anarchy Online. So that's going to do. Right, we're going to go raid this dude. Is he live? What's he doing? I think he's in the little subway. Right, let's go raid him. Let's go raid him. All right, we're going to go raid this dude. He was on my stream earlier on, so why not? So everybody joins in to go do the raid age. He is playing Anarchy, but he's in the lobby. Yeah, I would say so, yeah. He's in the lobby subway. So if you all want to go there, say hi, and I will see you all on Saturday for Hodor. So thank you all for coming, and bye for now.